Okay.
All right, we're
And-
recording.
Awesome. Welcome back, everyone. Let us start with a brief recap of what happened in our last session. You guys had all stayed at the Thirsty Vagrant, the inn and tavern owned by Lillian Thistlebroom. At waking up, you guys found that a sudden chill had come in the night. Frost on the windows, snow falling outside, and Lillian was decorating her tavern for the first Frost Festival. First snow of the year. They kind of throw together a party throughout the town to celebrate the oncoming of winter. You guys got outside and saw the kids throwing snowballs and building snowmen and people putting up garlands and decorations everywhere. It was a very festive sort of feel in Badoja. There was some shopping that took place, some purchasing of spell components and things of that nature before you all ended up at the Temple of the Celestials, where you met once again with Mother Anya. She led you down to the catacombs, where you spent some time discussing what the best course of action was. And eventually, Titus was able to spot a shape in the darkness, at which point you guys entered the catacombs and did battle with slithering, nasty little crawly bugs. And two large figures completely filled and oozing with these nasty, nasty, silvery crawling worms, undead creatures, formerly the nice couple, Mr. and Mrs. Kringle. Upon slaying Mr. and Mrs. Kringle, you guys found in the ashes where their bodies once were 2 coins, one for each. And these coins bore the symbol that you keep finding in relation to the demon Beleriphus. At which point you guys brought them out, finding that they were cursed items, and spoke to Mother Anya, who claimed that she would put together a ritual with the acolytes of the temple, and you guys were discussing what to do about that particular ritual, whether or not you wanted to participate. She did claim that if you participated, it might speed things up a little bit, but on their own, it would probably take them about 8 hours to do the ritual. And that's basically where we are now. It is still about mid-morning. In the evening, as it starts to get dark out, there will be some grown-up type activities, such as a brawling competition, drinking competitions, probably like pie eating, and all sorts of fun shenanigans for you guys to get up to if you are interested. But as it stands right now, you guys are standing before the large frame of Mother Anya as she peers down at all of you and asks, "So what is it that we want to do about this?"
Excuse me.
Gods bless you.
Thank you.
Didn't we discuss at least some of us staying behind?
Yeah, Bark's gonna stay with the coin.
Yeah, I thought we were all gonna stay because the festivities weren't happening until later anyway.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what we decided.
I think that's what we decided too.
Very well. I will have my acolytes prepare the space for the ritual. This should not take very long and before we get started. So if you give me a moment. And she turns to walk away, and God's bless you, starts calling to some of the acolytes of the temple and giving them instructions to get a space ready for a ritual, like a ritual casting. You guys have a few minutes while they set that up if there's anything you all want to discuss beforehand, or we can jump to that.
Who's doing the casting?
It's going to be like a group ritual type thing, and when we get started there, I'll explain the kind of mini game that we're going to be playing to
Okay.
see how successful the ritual is.
Okay.
But if anyone had anything they want to do beforehand, just let me know now.
Did we rested before this point, or are we still at the points we were last time we got finished with Santa Claus?
Yeah.
We're still there?
Yeah, you guys haven't taken a long rest or a long or short rest or anything like that. No? If no one has anything, we can jump ahead.
Yeah, let's jump ahead.
Okay. I just didn't want to step on anyone's toes if they had anything they wanted to discuss or whatever. So after maybe like 10 or 15 minutes, Mother Anya calls you all to follow her into a kind of a side, like antechamber sort of situation, where there is a room with an altar in the middle, and set up around it is like some salt in a big circle, and there's some incense that's burning. The lighting is pretty low in this room. It's very smoky, and there's that smell of sage. It's very clear that there's like it's set up for a cleansing ritual. And she says, if you could please place the coins on the altar, and then we shall all sit around the circle and meditate on cleansing of these items to break curse. If you would please. And she goes and takes a seat cross-legged, and the acolytes follow suit, and they leave enough space for you all to sit down as well.
Oh, that.
So whoever's holding the coins is going to place them on the altar, and you guys are all going to take a seat.
Yeah.
So here's how this is going to work. Because all of you guys are helping out, it is actually going to speed up the process a good bit, because there is more intention, there's more will being put forward into this ritual, right? So what would have taken the acolytes and the priestess 8 hours is going to take you guys more like 4, right? It's going to cut the time because there's just double the amount of people in this room now. What is going to happen is I am going to roll a religion check for the clergy as a whole. And then each one of you is going to roll a religion check as well. Or if you have another skill, now this is up to you. If you have another skill that you think you could argue would be beneficial to a ritual, and just tell me like in what way you would, like in what way you use that skill to like benefit the ritual, you can use that skill instead. There is going to be, we're going to do 4 rounds of this, 1 for each hour. And there is going to be a DC that needs to be hit by adding all of the numbers rolled together. If the DC is hit for 1 hour, the DC on the next hour is going to go down. If the DC is not hit, the DC, for 1 hour, the next DC is going to go up. If at the end of the 3 hours we do not hit all 3 of them, the ritual is a failure and the items are not cleansed. just so that we have an order in which we do things, does everyone want to roll initiative? Just so we have the order in which we want to.
Nice, Nora. Hi.
Somebody want to roll for me, please?
I'll roll for you. You got a 5 plus your dex.
Do you have your character sheet with you?
I do.
Okay.
I have no dexterity modifier.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go around and have everyone give me their totals.
Oh.
Nikki, what's your total?
Looks like 22.
22.
I rolled a nat 20.
All right, Steve, what's your total?
8.
8. Candace, what's your total?
8.
Also 8.
No, you roll? Oh. Oh, yeah.
Greg, what is your total?
I also got a 22.
Oh, man. Okay. You said you rolled 12. Yeah. So total 15 for Nira. Erdan,
I got a 6.
6. 6 with the rogue. Gander,
5.
5. And finally, the clergy themselves. Well, and Tup Tup. Let's roll for Tup Tup as well. Tup Tup didn't roll great either. He'll be going at 7. And finally, the clergy. Clergy got a 13. So they're all going to count together as 1. So the order that we're going to go in here is we are going to start with Moira, then we're going to go to Fleur, then we are going to go to Nira. Whoops. We're going to go to Nira. Then the clergy themselves are going to go. Sorry, just organizing things here so it is easier for me to follow. Then Tup Tup, and then finally Erdan and Gander. And Burke and Rizwin are between the clergy and Tup Tup. So, Moira, as you guys are sitting down and inhaling the incense of sage and trying to clear your mind to put forth good energy and cleansing, energy and intention into this ritual, you have the option of rolling a religion check or telling me what Moira would do in this moment.
I'm trying to think about how to possibly use like a performance check to incorporate it in there. I mean, I feel like me dancing for 4 hours is probably going to be more distracting than helpful. But even my Arcana is the same thing. It's a religion check, so that's not going to be really helpful.
If you can make an argument as to how something like what Moira would think would be like a thing she could contribute to this ritual, then we can go with that particular skill.
I guess, could she possibly hum and kind of just like create like a calming hum as like a background, like just like a background noise to kind of like help cause a more spiritual focused place?
Sure. She's doing the Om. Very sure.
Can I use performance?
Yeah, roll a performance check.
The 22.
22.
I have a +8 to performance.
Yowzers. All right, right out of the gate, 22. Okay, up next we have Fleur. Fleur, what are you bringing to the party?
All right. Since I have no clue what to do in this sort of situation, I'm going to be sitting there crisscross applesauce with my eyes closed, looking like I'm constipated, just trying to push out a hard turd. Just
That's Greg 101 or Fleur 101.
yeah, Fleur, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Get out of there. Yep. Go away.
So are you just gonna roll a religion check then?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you do that anyway to get it to come up on roll 20?
If you have roll 20 open, which you do, you should just have to click on your religion skill and it'll automatically roll it and add your associated modifier.
You
But it
do
doesn't-
need to have the extension for Google Chrome.
Are you set up in D&D Beyond yet?
Yeah.
He is.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not using Chrome.
That might be the issue.
It would be Chrome, and there's a specific thing to download.
Maybe we can
okay.
set up a time this week to help you get that all set up.
Yeah.
So
All
if
right,
you just
I'll
want to
just
roll
use
it and roll
this then.
20 and then add your modifier or deduct your modifier or whatever
Yeah.
you have to religion.
I've got a 0 to religion, so it's just 13.
Hey, it's better than 0 or than
Yep.
a minus.
A minus. Yeah.
So,
All right, a 13.
all right, so 13. That takes us to Nira.
If there's, I guess if there's any sort of plant in or around where we are, I can like tap into nature and say, like, hey, can you? I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely see, especially because like as a druid, you could even like druid craft something for it, like a little flower or whatever. I could, I mean, you guys are literally burning sage and there's herbs and stuff around.
Right. So I can lend my energy to whatever those things are to like boost.
Yeah, tapping into the spirit of nature. I can see that.
Boost the presence.
Sounds good. So you're rolling nature then?
Okay.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll.
9 plus whatever. I don't know. Hold on. 9 plus whatever. What's my roll nature? There's 0 in there? Is that impossible?
I mean, if it's not something that you specifically chose as a proficiency and you don't have, although is nature considered an intelligence or a wisdom based skill?
Intelligence.
Ah, that's what it is. It's more a knowledge of nature than
I still have
a.
a +3 to intelligence, so. But I guess that doesn't really matter if I roll for nature.
If you have a +3 to intelligence, then your nature skill should be at a +3. All of them should be at +3.
I mean, if we want to add 3, then that makes it a 12.
Matt, just to see what's going on there.
Are you proficient? You're not proficient in nature?
That's what we're looking at. I did have to reset my character sheet after I had to do that, like after I had to reset my phone and everything. So
Oh, okay. I think I see what's going on here. Yeah, we'll go with the +3 on that. So the total is 12. Okay, that takes us to the clergy themselves. The clergy silently meditates and add 15 to the total. That's going to take us to Bark.
So I'd like to do, I'm assuming that the druids have some sort of martial art that's spiritual in nature. And I'm going to do athletics, Tai Chi, basically.
Oh. Okay, so you're gonna do some
Yeah.
of this and some of that. All right. Yeah, I dig it.
All right. Let me get to the right screen here.
See, now that's thinking outside the box. I like that. An athletics check to add to a meditation ritual.
All right, here we go.
Uh,
23.
23, Jesus. Okay. That is going to, yeah, that was really good Tai Chi, man. Great form, great form. That's going to take us to Rizwan.
You're on mute, sorry.
Oh, great, okay. So I think that like the best way that I can contribute here is to enhance the abilities of somebody else. And I'm not entirely sure, like it has to be somebody that hasn't gone yet, right? If it's just-
Oh yeah, yeah, because it's kind of over the course of like an hour. So if you were doing it for someone who is already gone, then they're not going to come around again for another hour. You know what I mean?
Okay. So who's after me? Who is after me?
After you, there's Tup Tup, Erdan, and Gander.
Okay, hang on.
You want me to get him?
So if Gander does something, then she'll probably be using the wisdom checks. Is that right?
I mean, it depends on what skill she's bringing to it. If it's
Okay.
religion, it's an intelligence. If it's a different skill, then yeah.
I'm gonna do something religious, just so you
Okay.
know.
Right, so that would be her wisdom check, like mine is, or
I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm
like her extra point that she has is on wisdom. Gander, do you know? Because you have a sheet.
I have a +5 for religion.
Okay.
Yeah, religion is technically an intelligence-based skill because it's about like the knowledge of theology and stuff. So for the purposes of enhanceability, it would like the one that would be enhanced by would be the intelligence-based one as opposed to the wisdom-based one.
Gotcha.
Okay. Sorry, this is difficult. I think the only one that I can actually use would be the guidance then. If I use guidance on her, then it says you touch a willing creature once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of their choice. Will that work? Everybody? How do you feel about that?
Okay, so you can do that, but that will be then in place of whatever you're doing now to like aid in the ritual. Instead, you're kind of like focusing on casting a spell on someone else.
Well, that just means that every time she casts a spell, she has like extra points toward it. And the only other thing I can really do, like I think in this situation, then this character that I am would like go over to the circle and sit down and meditate, but I have holy water with me, so I'd probably throw it all over everybody, which is technically bless, but that is when a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4. I don't really think we're throwing saving throws and attacks for meditation. So I'm trying to be like proactive.
I mean, you could just meditate.
I could.
As a like religion check,
I mean,
which is like a d20 plus
I don't.
plus nothing.
That's what.
Nothing, because you have 10 in intelligence.
Yeah. I mean, you can do. I will allow you to cast a spell to enhance someone else if you think that would be
Religion, so you'd have a +3.
I feel like I can do both. I can sit down nicely and concentrate with my mind and all my energy, and at the same time throw a spell out. I think that that's totally possible. So yeah, I want to do guidance on Gander, which is
Okay,
So how
So
do I
here's-
do it?
Oh,
Oh, Gander's
sorry, go
not
ahead.
on the computer, is she? She doesn't have a D&D, okay.
But she has her character sheet.
Mhm.
So here's what I will allow,
Okay,
because I like saying yes, but I will give a condition for it. Because you are kind of splitting up your focus to cast a spell and to also meditate on the ritual, when you roll your check, your religion check, you'll do so with disadvantage.
okay, but see, I feel like this is actually an advantage because what I'm doing is I'm amplifying the energy that would be coming from another person in the circle, but at the same time, I would at the same time be creating my own energy. So I don't see that would be a disadvantage. I think that actually like amplifies the entire energy level of the circle.
Right, and I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that is allowing you to do a religion check like everyone else, and then also giving someone else a bonus, which what I'm saying is like
If it was
if
a
you,
bonus action, I could do it if it was a bonus action, but I can't do it if it's like the concentration spell.
well,
Hearing.
okay. So this is kind of a thing that we're kind of homebrewing in the moment here, because this is like a ritual over a course of time, right? It's not like a combat situation where, everything is like at the second. It's like taking the time to sit and meditate and do that type of thing.
But I feel like this particular character would sit and meditate and call to her Baranor. I still can't say it. The person she sees as her deity. I feel like she would like be doing that, but also be able to do something else. I'm just okay. So if I just do that, if I just sit down and I just like call to my deity, there's no spell for that. It's just I'm just rolling a check. Is that what I'm hearing?
That is what we've been doing to this point. Yes.
All right, well then everybody gets sprinkled with holy water because I have it on me and we should do that. And then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to concentrate very sincerely on calling down the energy of Baranor with my holy symbol, which is on my shield.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I have to roll a 20?
Yeah.
+3.
Plus what? 3?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Your religion is +3.
Oh.
You have this.
Is it okay? Hold on. So I have myself in D&D and Beyond. If I roll,
Yeah, find the religion skill.
okay,
Yeah,
where?
if you click on religion, it should, if it's connected, it should
click
pop
there.
up.
Like that.
She's rolling in the app. She got a 22.
22 total.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, that is going to, or not finally, but that's going to take us to Tup Tup. Tup Tup is going to just do what he knows about religion. And that is going to add 11. Erdan, that is you.
So what I would like to attempt with Erdan, and I don't know if this is possible, I would like to try to use his knowledge of ritual-based magic to assist in this. So he's going to take out a piece of chalk. He's going to start drawing some concentric circles on the ground, and he takes out pitons from his bag and lays them down in front of everybody to kind of try to focus the magical energy towards the coin, the spiritual energy.
Okay, so what skill are you rolling then?
This would be attempt to use our Arcana.
Okay, that sounds totally fair to me.
Okay. That is an 18.
18 total. And finally, Gander.
I'm getting out the pipes of Port Daro
Oh shit. Okay.
Amazing.
because that's how I talked to my deity the last time. So maybe it'll work this time.
Hell yeah. So you're gonna do a performance check then?
I was thinking more along the lines of it would be that's the way I pray to her. Because
Okay.
it's me talking to her, not performing for others.
Okay, so still a religion check then.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds good to me. So who's rolling for Gander? Am I rolling for Gander?
You're rolling for me.
Okay, what do you have to religion?
5.
Okay, well, I rolled a 13, so that is a total 18. So after the course of the first hour, let me add up these numbers because I should have been doing that this whole time. Flew too close to the sun there, Icarus. You thought you could do all that math in your head. All right. Well, you guys will be happy to know that the DC for the first round of this ritual was 120. And you guys gave me 154. So
Crushed it.
crushed it. So as you guys sit and meditate, the ritual goes through and you are feeling like you're really in the zone, which takes us into the second hour. Now, to speed things up, we can say that you guys are kind of rolling the same checks because I imagine everyone's kind of plans on doing the same kind of thing. So we're going to roll another round of checks using the same skill modifier unless someone wants to change what they're doing for some reason. And we're going to see how the ritual goes. For this one, the DC will be reduced by 5. So now it's at 115.
Does the excess carry over? Since it's energy that's generated towards the ritual.
Kinetic energy, baby. Kinetic.
That is very tricky, but no.
I'm just saying, can it like hang out in a bank in case we underperform this time?
No, because if you lose, that's fun too.
I'm just saying Newton's law, an object in motion tends to stay in motion, so that energy didn't just disappear.
It's over the course of an hour.
So I'm just gonna roll my performance check again.
Yeah. Okay. So did anyone roll already? No. Okay.
No.
So yeah, starting around up at the top, we're gonna go with Nira. Or not Nira, Moira. Sorry, you both ended in an A.
Kirk, stop.
And the silent H.
20.
20. And then Fleur, that's a total of 6.
Yeah, I farted. I was grunting too hard.
That would be all right. Then Nira.
14.
14. That's going to take us to the clergy. Clergy rolled a 13. Bark. $11. Rizwin. 16. I believe that is then Tup Tup. That's only a 6. Erdan.
10.
10. And finally, Gander. Gander, you said you had a +5, right?
Correct.
All right, I rolled a 9. That's 14. Okay, so after the second hour of meditation, it starts to, sitting here for a couple hours, it starts to weigh on you a little bit, and you feel perhaps like it's slipping away from you. The total everyone rolled was 110. So for the next check, the DC will be back up to where it was for the first hour.
We were all distracted by Fleur's fart.
Fleur's farts. And the fact that Moira has just hummed straight for 2 hours without taking a breath. It's really impressive.
Circular breathing.
Just, yeah. All right. So that's going to take us around to the next round. Moira, you're up first.
Okay. Oh, that's not great. I'm flagging.
12. Okay. Then
we go.
15.
I released that gas last hour, so I'm good this hour.
Then Nira again. 4. The clergy's gonna roll. Oh, it's cocked. All right, that's the clergy did good that time. That was 18. Then that's gonna take us to Bark and Rizwin.
6.
6.
I got an 18.
Dang.
18. Okay. That's gonna take us to Tup Tup. Tup Tup didn't roll great. That's a 6. That's gonna take us to Erdan and then Gander.
23. Yahtzee.
23. And all right, Gander, let's see if you can bring it home.
Oh, Jesus.
What is your modifier again?
5.
All right. So I rolled a 6 on the die. That's 11. After another hour, it feels like it's slipping away.
What do we get?
113. Almost there. Almost there. So that means that this last check is going to see whether or not this ritual succeeds. The DC to beat is going to be 125. Now, you guys blew that out of the water the first hour. So let's see if you guys can bring it around in the home stretch here. Moira, you're up first.
23.
23.
Starting off strong.
Fleur. 4.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He just shits himself.
Nira's got, it's all right. Nira brought 18 to the party. Then the clergy's gonna go. Clergy rolled a 14. Then we have Bark and Rizwin.
17.
17.
7.
7. Tup Tup's gonna go. Tup Tup got a 13. All right, and finally, we're down to Erdan and Gander.
15.
Plus 15. Okay. All right, Gander. This one's for all the cabbage. Let's see. +5 is a pretty big modifier. I'll let you guys know right now. You're at 111.
25.
So, if this die rolls a 9 or higher, this ritual is a success. If it rolls an 8 or lower,
Coin flip.
stuff might happen.
Steve's
No
like,
pressure.
That
Do
was
this.
that was cocked. 13 on the die.
Yes.
Yes.
I almost wanted to see stuff happen, but
13 plus her modifier.
I was about to be like,
no, yeah.
battering ram on the coins.
Which means that you guys ended up with a total of 129.
Yeah.
As the ritual comes to a close after 4 hours of deep meditation, the coins start to vibrate and a purple glow starts to come off of them, and a rush of chaotic magical energy rushes out past all of you. It impacts you. It doesn't deal any damage. However, Moira, do roll me a wild magic check.
Nice. Where I need to be here. I will tell you, since we have not discussed this, I'm still adding. I just missed.
Just missed. Okay, so what does that bring your counter up to then?
If I'm adding a counter, that's the next one's a 4.
Okay.
Um,
You
yeah.
feel as this wave of literal chaos magic flows out from these coins that you feel in your body your magic kind of almost squirm for a second before it settles. And the coins stop their vibrating, the glow dissipates, and they just seem to be like smoke rises from them. And then you hear a tink sort of sound, and then another tink as the coins split from the magic that has been extruded forth from them. And Mother Anya, sweat now from sitting for hours meditating, rises to her feet and sighs. It is done. I thank you all for your participation in this. It has been very helpful. And the idea of doing this for another 4 hours was rather daunting. So I appreciate that you are all here.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought there would be more of a thing to say about that, but fair enough.
We're all a
I
little.
think everybody's just tired, Mother.
We're all
That-
exhausted. We just
Oh, like,
stunned.
Okay, great. I need a bed.
This was
I need
my
some
first
water.
seance, y'all.
Bach just
Hey,
did Tai
toilet
Chi for
paper?
4 goddamn hours.
I need tea. Tea and lemon now.
Moira hummed the entire time. I thought she was gonna go insane.
My head just is vibrating. Feels like it's using my brain.
Nira's just absolutely covered in vines and flowers from just druid crafting.
you definitely became one with the earth.
Furs everywhere.
Literally rooted to the ground. Her feet are just gone. Fleur has fully shit his pants.
Hold on. Ian, can you get the cats? They're killing each
I
other.
was gonna say, I wear a kilt, so I mean, it's definitely like you're gonna need
Oh,
a deep
right.
cleaning in that on that carpet back there.
You fully shit the floor.
Like, my bad. You got toilet paper.
It's a whole new, like, holy soil.
Hey Ben,
Oh,
did
no,
anything
the
happen
temple
while I
has
was
been
playing the pipe?
What?
Did anything happen while I was playing the pipe?
Oh, not like weirdly magical. Sorry, I don't know if I ever like fully explained this. You would know by now after carrying the pipes for a while. The way that they work is that if you make a DC 15 performance check and succeed on that, you can cast the Control Water spell, which is a 4th level spell that allows you to control up to a certain amount of water. So the pipes themselves, like, hey, you felt connected to your goddess, the music playing some kind of a hymn or whatever, but it wasn't like it started
Gotcha.
storming outside or anything like that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure how they worked.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Totally fair. All right, gang. So you have succeeded on this thing, which is grand. Because consequences. I was a little scared for you for a second there. All right. So you guys rise and I imagine you all probably want to go get a sandwich or something, take a break from this crazy ritual in which you've just participated. At this point, it's I'd say probably about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Some of the earlier activities are going to get started soon because, with it getting colder, the days are shorter. And then the more fun stuff is going to happen once they get all the big bonfire pyres going. So party, how you gonna party?
Is there a holy water place in this town? I don't remember asking before.
I mean, the temple could hook you up with holy water.
The one that we just got done an exorcism in?
I mean, yeah, you guys are literally still there.
Okay, well, I'd like some of that. Do I have to buy that?
No, I mean, they can just bless water. That's,
Okay,
I don't
that's
think
fair.
holy water costs anything.
Well, when we were in Darrow, I got it from like their town fountain. So that was like, I don't know, more natural holy water. Just saying.
You can get your hands on some holy water. You know what? Okay, so to be fair, I'm just looking here. It does say that a flask of holy water costs 25 gold.
Okay.
But I will say that given you helped them out and you did what? Am I missing something? I don't like the fact that they can see my whole body in your screen. It is making me very uncomfortable. Like if I have to like touch myself in any way, it's going to be inappropriate.
I'm
It's just-
missing all the good stuff.
What am I missing?
Surprise! There he is.
Was I doing something
No,
inappropriate?
this is just making me laugh. Like
Oh, okay.
you're gone, and then and you're a Sagwaro.
I just wrong arm. There we go. All right, so yeah, if you want to purchase some holy water, what I would say is that they would give it to you for, let's say, half off.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't realize that holy water had a cost to it. I literally just looked it up.
Well, I think when we were in Port Darrow, I just went and got it, which makes sense because it's in the middle of town. But you're talking about like blessing crap, and that's what these people get paid to do. And so yeah, okay. All right, so where is it? Where is that in the D&D Beyond? How do we keep track? Or is that something we can do in there?
Yeah, technically a flask of holy water is on D&D Beyond under equipment.
Okay. And if I like choose it, will it like just take it out of my GP?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
You might have to manually reduce your GP.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's 173 pages.
It looks like Nikki in the background.
Okay, I'm done. I will figure out how to do this. I'm good. That's all I want. And then I want to go lay down. That's what I need to do.
All right. What's 173 pages? What am I missing?
A Google Drive document where
Oh, yeah.
there-
Riley
the-
and I are being ridiculous in the Google Drive doc.
you have your vlog.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll make sure to read that when we're done here. Is it just going to be a bunch of like, well, there's Ben looking like an idiot,
No,
just dancing in the background.
We cannot delete it ever.
no.
Okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, you guys have a little bit of downtime on your hands. If you want to go in and start checking around, there might be some events that have already started, or if you guys want to fucking, it's really up to you what you want to do with your time.
I need a nap.
Yes, I second that. I am covered in vines. I need some sleep.
All right.
You guys could take a short rest. That usually that uses up an hour of time.
Well, I'm thinking if we have events that we wish to compete in later, we should probably recharge a bit.
Sure.
So can
Very
we go
good
take a
idea.
nap? Can we go take a nap and then like we'll all just grab each other on the way to these events?
Naps. Fucking sleepy time. Naps.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, sure. So do you guys go back to the Thirsty Vagrant? Are you just gonna nap outside?
It's fucking cold out. I want a bed.
All right.
Yeah, I say we all drag ourselves back to the thirsty vagrant and let them know we're all gonna take a nap.
Oh, no problem. Go ahead, take a nap.
Great.
Lillian, you're the best.
No, you're the best, Miss Gander. Wipe. Never mind me. Good night. Okay, so you guys take a short rest. I think the only person that might need to roll hit dice is Bark, given that he got bitch slapped by Mrs. Claus in the last session.
Gee, thanks.
Oh man, you guys have no idea how badly that fight could have gone. And anyway, so yeah, you guys, bed down for a little bit, get a bit of a rest. You wake up, you're feeling a bit hungry, bit ready to do something else with your day other than just sitting in a circle humming or doing Tai Chi.
Or pooping.
Yo, everybody, if you're gonna do the pie eating contest, don't eat. Looking at you, Fleur.
Don't eat? What?
Don't eat.
Don't eat if you're hungry because there's a pie eating contest. If you want
Yeah,
to
I'm
win, you
waiting
need
for the
to be
pie.
good.
I'm gonna not eat because I wanna hit up the milkshakes and the fried cheese and the bloomin' onion.
It's a fair.
Yeah.
It's a farm show that we can't go to.
No!
Well, you guys can pretend to go to one. Ooh!
Can I have a metabolism roll, please?
Bro, there's about to be milkshakes in Carlisle tomorrow from 11 to 3 or until supplies are gone. So
I'm thinking about going.
So from 11 to 11:10.
Is that what milkshakes? What are we talking about?
The farm show milkshakes are gonna be at Carnes in Carlisle.
Oh, those
Which-
are so overrated.
Okay,
I grew up on them. They're so nostalgic for me.
That's
The one by our house?
Yeah, the one.
well, that would be on Spring Road.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's you guys.
yeah, the one out by my parents. Yeah.
That would be like right in the middle of church time,
Mm.
What time is your church?
like 10 to like 11:30.
I mean, it's right in the middle of ours too, Nikki. Ours starts at 10:35.
Well, yeah,
I'm just
but
gonna look.
if they're there till 3, I mean, you're right across the road. The Lighthouse Church is right across from Carnes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just gonna take a break in the middle of the service and just be like,
Come back with milkshakes.
Come
who
back
wants some
sipping on it.
milkshake? I mean, I don't think there's gonna be but maybe 5 people at church tomorrow, so everybody gets a milkshake.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, so when's the pie eating contest?
Yes. So you guys rouse from your naps, go back downstairs. At this point, you can see through the windows. It's not dark out yet, but it is starting to get a little. The sun's starting to get a little lower in the sky. At this point, you're about 4 in the afternoon. Bark feels 4 better, whatever that means in terms of math. Oh no, he feels 12 better.
Why can I not see what Bark is rolling?
Have you tried looking at the screen?
Yes, I have tried
Oh.
that.
Wow, smart ass.
I know, I can't help myself sometimes.
I can see Fleur and I can see Erdan and I can see me, but I can't see Rizwin or Bark.
Wait, where?
Well, Rizwin hasn't been rolling on roll 20.
Oh.
I can't because it tanks the Chromebook.
Yeah, I can't see
Can
Bark
I-
either.
Hey,
I can
Bark,
see Bark.
Bark, are you still injured?
I've got mine's going straight to DM for some
Oh,
reason.
it's whispered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
Oh, that explains it.
Where is it?
How do you whisper?
Have you tried doing
I'm gonna murder you. I swear to fucking Christ.
Where?
The opposite of loud.
Yeah, well, you see, here's the thing. One of my cheeks is particularly smart and the other one's particularly wise, so I'm both a smart ass and a wise ass.
Ay, ay, ay.
Are you just turning the other cheek?
Oh my God, why does this group always devolve into a pun fest?
Because we're a bunch of cheeky assholes.
Oh!
That was
Oh,
great.
man. Coming in like she's hot shit. I made you laugh on that one, didn't I, Chris?
You better cheek yourself, Ben.
Oh God, there's a fart joke in there somewhere, but I'm too tired to deal.
We can probably squeak
Well,
one
you
out.
blew it.
Maybe I'll squeeze one out later.
I said squeak.
You said squeak.
I did say squeak.
All right,
Hey,
and then
Bart.
Assassin shows up and kills you all because he was silent but deadly. All right.
Lord have mercy. Hey Bart, are you still injured? Hello?
To my knowledge,
I
yes.
think he's checking on something right now.
Oh.
I thought you'd say it was still injured.
Steve,
I was helping Candace get back into Beyond in Chrome.
Chris, well, Gander asked Bark if he is still below his hit point maximum.
I am.
Can I cast a spell on him? I want to cast Healing Word and try to get him back to like good as gold.
Sure. That is what, 1d4?
I have no idea. My spell cards are wherever my dice are.
Oh, that tracks.
Wait, what?
I'll just check,
Yeah.
double
Uh,
check the spell on D&D Beyond because I got D&D Beyond. Look at it right now.
Danger, are you using it for your first level, or are you doing it at one of your, or are you doing it like second or third?
Second.
Okay, so a creature of your choice that you see within range regains hit points equal to 1d plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
D4.
And when you cast the spell using a spell slot of second or higher, the healing increases by 1d4 for each slot level above first. So basically, you're rolling 2d4 and then adding your spellcasting.
2d4 plus spell casting modifier. The first one is a 4. Second one's a 4, maximized healing. So 8 plus Gander, whatever your spell casting modifier is. I believe a 3.
Thanks, Gander.
Yep, it's a 3.
So that would be total 11.
That was good.
I am 1 hit point away from max. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you
You're
just got a
welcome.
skinned knee still. You're all right. All right, gang. So if you are to exit the tavern, you would find that it's starting to get a little bit darker out. You can hear music being played. Looks like by now the decorations are up. When I say getting dark, like I said before, it's kind of that it's the sun is lower in the sky, but it's not fully sunset yet. Although you do hear town criers calling about the events. They say that there will be a pie eating contest for children that is starting in the next few minutes, and then there will be the adult version that starts in about half an hour. There's also talk of the fighting pits that will open up at 6 p.m. So that's in about 2 hours, which there's a competition there. Or try to test your mettle. There are several people that literally just have kegs and are offering like, hey, can you beat me in chugging down a flagon, and bet your worth. There's people that are pulling out all sorts of like dice games. There is gambling afoot if anyone is interested. And then there's people with carts and wares and whatnot. If you all recall the festival that you had at Port Daro after the big battle, it's kind of that same sort of situation where there's different things to do, different people to talk to, or you guys can just kind of interact with one another.
Hey guys, do you think we could sneak Tup Tup into the kids' pie eating contest?
Oh my God, you're brilliant. Let's do it.
Oh my God, Tup Tup would want that so bad.
Yeah.
You
I'm
hungry,
gonna
Tup Tup?
do-
Oh, so hungry. That whole time I was trying to, that thing that they were burning, the sage, I kept smelling it and thinking about pork, and I wanted to eat the sage, but I thought that'd be a bad idea.
I think they were burning the sage just because I kept farting.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
really bad.
Yeah, that green smoke at the end, that was me, not the coins.
oh God.
Wow, is that a side effect of being connected to an undead Dracolich monster, or are you just totally gross?
Yeah, I think I might be dead on the inside. I don't know.
Look, and that's coming from a goblin.
Yeah.
Oh, goblin burn.
So yeah, I'm
And I
gonna eat some pies.
I will use my disguise kit on Tup Tup.
Yeah.
Let me go find where that is. How does this work?
I think I'll enter the adult pie eating contest.
Yeah, Miss Gander, do it.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm gonna enter the pie eating contest.
Anyone else want to scarf a pie?
Yeah.
For some reason, my disguise kit is not here.
Yeah, by the end of this campaign, I'm gonna be the goblin of many faces.
Yeah. Well, we know you have one. We've been using it, so like, that's okay.
Yeah,
We don't have to make it a big whole thing.
I rolled an 18 for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Boom. Looks like a little Dutch boy. Oh, I'm Tup Tup the Kinder.
God
I'm
almighty.
going to go eat some pies now.
Nikki rolled that.
Yeah. Tra-la-la-la. All right. So, are you guys all kind of moving together as a crowd, or are you splitting up to do other activities, or exploring the town, or who wants to do what today? Because, like I said, it's really up to you. This is kind of a fun sesh.
I could cheer on our fellow AA members.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we want to make sure that nobody actually finds out that he's a goblin because they don't like goblins here.
That's fair.
Mark's gonna go clean up.
Like get a bath?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm sure Lillian can call you up a tub of hot water. Sure.
Take a little self-care.
A little bit. Tai Chi for 4 hours. You know, I'm a little.
Little ups and downs.
He's just got that
You're
thing
a
going.
little right. It's probably not a bad idea.
He's laying in a tub. He's got one foot on one side, one foot on the other, and his tail coming out and just laying across the floor on the other side. Yeah, so Tup Tup wanders over to, there's an area kind of in a town square sort of area. Mind you, Badoja is a huge city, but there's different like town squares. You imagine that there's probably shit like this happening in every neighborhood across the city right now. He shows up and there's a kind of a town center park area, and there they have a stage set up, and there's just a bunch of children that are like eagerly awaiting, and a table with these wonderful looking kind of Dutch apple sort of pies. He walks up and says, I would like to participate in the pie eating contest because I'm a little boy with ravenous hunger. And the guy's like, yeah, whatever, kid, get up there. Tup Tup's like, sure, Bob. And just for fun's sake, okay, yeah, it's a good thing he's got the disguise kit because he just rolled a deception check with advantage, and the first roll was a 5. And the second roll was good. Second roll was a 16. That'll be enough. He wanders up onto the stage, and you guys see your little goblin pal take a seat on a large table where there are a series of pies. And the guy calls out, okay, so here's how this is going to go. All of you kids, whenever you're ready, you're going to put your hands behind your back with your elbows out like you're a chicken, and you're going to put your face down in your pie, and you're going to eat as much as you can. The first kid who's able to eat all of their pie is the winner. And all the kids are very excited and jazzed up like kids get. And he goes, all right, everyone, hands behind the back. And 1, 2, 3. And Tup Tup does his goblin thing where he's just like face down in this pie. So I'm trying to think about how to do this against myself. I am going to roll a series of checks here to see how well Tup Tup does. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and Tup Tup will be 5. Okay. So it'll be a roll off between those two other kids. Okay. So there are 5 kids up on the stage. The first 2 are just kind of like home. But the second 2 are like at pace with Tup Tup, just going wild. And even though Tup Tup seems to be like doing his goblin thing and doing really well, the third kid, the one in the middle of the table, actually finishes pie first and sits up, just apples falling off of his face. He's like, I did it! I ate the pie first! And the guy's like, hey, good job, kid. Walks over, hands him a little ribbon, and the kid looks all happy. And Tup Tup is just pie-faced. And there's spots where you can even see kind of green poking out from where the makeup is worn off from pie. But it's, to the crowd, it's just like there's a kid covered in pie. They can't tell he's a goblin under there. And he just surreptitiously grabs some of the pie that has fallen on the ground from some of the other kids and stuffs it down in his pants and wanders back off the stage.
Pie pants.
When he gets down, he pulls it out. It's like, it's really good apple pie. I mean, I didn't win or anything, but does anyone want some pie? I saved you some.
Oh, thanks.
Nobody's gonna eat your pants pie, dude.
Yeah,
It's still warm.
Nobody's eating your
I
warm
bet it's still warm.
apple pie.
Yeah, we got the pie eating contest too, so we you know.
Okay, help yourself. And then they turn as the guy's like, all right, now we're going to clear the space. And if there's any adults in the crowd that wish to test their might with a pie, come on up and give it a try. Oh, that rhymed.
Let's go, Fleur.
All right.
Sure. When you come back, do you mind bringing me the juice for this, please? It's in my lunch bag in a little zipper front portion. All right, so it's just Fleur and Gander then? No one else wants to participate?
I'll join.
Oh shit, Moira's gonna eat some pies. All right.
She's like, she normally doesn't do this stuff. She's gonna get messy.
So the host invites you guys up onto the stage. The 3 of you take spots at the table. 2 randos from the crowd are like, no, I'll give it a try, and they come up. And the guy says, all right, so here's the rules. You gotta put your hands behind your back, eat the pie, eat it using nothing but your mouth. First person to complete a pie is the winner. The winner of this particular activity will get a gift certificate. Bless you. Will get a gift certificate for a free pie or bakery item of their choosing from Well Bread, the local bakery that has donated the pies for this particular invitational. Thank you. So what you guys are going to do is roll me a dexterity check to see how quickly you can gobble down pie. And he says, all right, everyone, on the count of 1, 2, 3. So, and then, okay. So the 2 guys that are in the crowd that came up rolled really poorly. They rolled a 3 and a 4, and they're just commoners. They don't have any bonuses. Gander, on the other hand, rolled a 17.
Of course you did.
Fleur and Moira, Gander, I know you can't see this right now, but they rolled a 3 and a 6.
Well, hold on. Can we get advantage because we're hungry? We haven't eaten yet.
Makes a very valid point.
We
I don't
were
know
waiting for this pie eating contest.
This
know
is
what?
true. I didn't let Fleur and me eat.
You know
Yeah.
what? Fuck it. What am I going to say no for? Sure, roll an advantage to see if you eat
Yes.
pie really fast. Isn't D&D great, y'all?
Same thing.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Fuck, Fleur.
What you
Andrew, I
roll
know
for
you
me,
can't-
Ben?
Yeah, I'm going to roll with advantage because Greg just rolled a nat 20.
Yes. And I have a +3 to my dex.
No, I'm sorry, you didn't catch it. Okay, so it looks at first like Anders got the lead, and then Fleur just unhinges his jaw and swallows the pie whole. It spits out the tin.
Yes. I just raged on that pie.
Kirby style, spits out the tin. And
Done.
the guy's like, oh my, whoa, Maya's son. Okay. Yeah, give it up for the big guy. What's your name, fella?
Float like rock.
Sure, float like rock. Sounds great. Here, and he hands you a gift certificate for a pie or pastry item from Well Bread, the local bakery that donated the pies for the contest. He goes, go ahead in there anytime and give them a try.
All right.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here, but thank you so much for coming. Please don't destroy crap tonight, and let's all get drunk. Woo! And gets down off the stage, and the people start setting up for what appears to be possibly some kind of like an axe throwing or archery competition. They seem to be setting up for some different events for people to do, random fun stuff like shooting targets or like a ring toss sort of game, stuff like that. And then you guys overhear a voice saying, come on, y'all, come check out my wares. Coming from around you.
Is this a voice we recognize?
It is.
Is it Jameson?
No.
Oh.
It is a somewhat southerly sounding voice, and as y'all turn, you see a feller by the name of Alger, who owned a alchemical stand that you guys saw in Port Daro. That some time ago, Erdan shanghaied using Mage Hand as a trick. And sure enough, he's standing there doing his whole spiel like, come forward, my potions can cure everything. Your lumbago, your infertility. I'm looking at you, sir. You look like a virile man. How would you like to be as virile as 2 men? And, goes does his whole spiel there. Looks like this fucker is on the road doing this kind of thing.
Him again. Great. Hey, Erden, you should go take care of him. Just walk up to him and say hi.
Yeah, I was thinking of it. Thank you for the last little bit of push I needed. So Erdan walks up to him and says, "Do you have a cure for drunkenness, maybe?"
Wow, you look like someone I thought I saw before, but never before have I seen such a charming chap as yourself. But let me tell you, my elixir here can beat not only the drunkenness, but the hangover the day next.
Well, first of all, I know you're lying because I'm not charming. I know that already.
Oh.
But yes, I remember you from Port Daro. You were selling elixirs. None of them worked. So maybe I should let people know?
Now, that is it. Individual results may vary. Obviously, perhaps you were not using the elixirs in the proper procedure.
Well, I guess you're harmless, but it was nice seeing you, even though you don't remember me.
Admittedly, I was rather drunk at Port Daro that particular the night of that particular party.
Fair enough. I do remember that.
Wait, were you with the individuals that tried to climb up on the statue and got arrested?
Bye-bye.
So yeah, although you guys do hear, or I'm sorry, as you're looking around, you do see Leilani, Jameson, and their daughter Delilah. They seem to be walking around, looking at some things. I don't know if you guys want to go up and say hi to them or whatever, but they do seem to be out and about. Delilah's starting to look a little bit tired as it's getting later. They probably have been out here all day.
I'm just gonna like shout at Delilah, like, Delilah, yo!
Miss Gander! She just breaks from her mom and dad. Like they immediately like tense up because this is the kid that, you know, went missing at this point a couple weeks ago. And she just books it and does that like kid tackle hug where they put their head down and definitely catch you in a rib in a way that is not super comfortable.
Like Rowan did to me yesterday. That was fun.
Yes. Just tackle hugs Yander and squeezes you like a little koala bear.
How you doing, baby cake?
Oh, it's First Frost. I love First Frost. It's so fun.
Yep. You see you're here with your mom and dad. Are you behaving?
Yeah. Is that your dog?
It is. I wanted you to meet him. His name is Windsor.
Oh. And she looks over and she says, can I pet him?
Of course.
And she just scruffles the hell out of the face of Windsor, and he licks her all over. Windsor's good with kids. And Jameson and Leilani follow up and, if it isn't our heroes, how have you all been?
We've been busy.
Right. I heard about that business with the library that y'all were, when they said the Accidental Alliance, I was concerned. I was afraid, but I'm so glad to hear and see you all doing so well.
Well, I had nothing to do with the library. I actually wasn't there. But the rest of them, I'm sure, can fill you in. They're kind of badass.
Right. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing good. I ate a pie and I won.
Ah, that sounds delightful. Was it a good bite?
Yeah, what I tasted of it.
It was
Oh, that's
disgusting
awesome.
to watch.
I imagine it was. That's the way to win. Though. If you let your tongue touch it, you've already done too much time.
Yep.
And Leilani kind of rolls her eyes at that, like, "Ah, humans. So. And kind of does a sideways glance at the ladies standing in the circle, like, these guys, right?
I mean, I almost beat him, and then he like did that weird inhale thing.
Well, uh, I imagine it was a sight to behold. I wish I was there to see it, but unfortunately, we were out and about in the marketplace.
Are you selling, or are you just here for fun?
Oh no, we're mainly in the operations of trade more than actual. I don't do much in sales these days. It's more managing of shipments coming in and out and all that.
Cool. It's a little safer.
Yes. But it looks like a wonderful opportunity to bring Delilah out. First frost is always an activity, although admittedly she's getting rather tired, so we should probably be on our way, right, Jameson? Right, of course, my love, right?
Well, it's good to see you guys.
It was so good seeing all of you. Please don't hesitate to come visit us down at the docks. It's always good to see friends. And they take their leave. So anyway, by now time has started to go on a little bit. It's starting to get darker out. You hear now there's a lot of different things going on at the same time. You do hear and Bark, you would definitely hear this. The not so unfamiliar sound of bowstrings twanging and arrows in flight, and the sound of arrows hitting straw men, because a small shooting range has been set up, as well as the dull thud of axes hitting wooden targets from a hand axe sort of toss. And
He would be finished, kind of getting cleaned up and sauntering out as he hears this display. I go to investigate the sound.
Sure. There's a woman there. She looks like she might be either half elven or full elven. She's kind of got that like hair flopped to the side and like shaved sort of thing with like a tattoo that comes up. And she's holding a long bow that's like way taller than she is. And she's like, "Oh, you got the look of an archer on you there. Do you think you could outshoot me?"
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, I've been sitting here putting some arrows in targets, waiting for someone who's willing to come up and put me to the challenge. And you can look down the range and see that there's like several straw men set up, and they are just riddled with arrows. It doesn't look like any of her shots missed. Clearly a handy archer with a bow. Care to risk some coin on it?
How much coin are we talking?
I suppose that's how much you're willing to wager.
I suppose I'll wager 10 gold pieces.
10 gold. All right. Well, I suppose we could do that. Would you rather go Shot for shot or bet it all on one?
Uh, I don't know. Dealer's choice.
Well, I prefer winning my money quickly. And she pulls an arrow out of her quiver. She's like, so 10 gold against yours, that I can place a shot more accurately on the farthest target there than you can.
All right.
What's your name, by the way?
Bark.
Call me Leaf. And she drops the arrow in the bow and draws back and takes a shot. It hits in the target down the range. It's not like dead center on the bullseye though. So go ahead and roll me an attack roll.
16.
Your arrow is closer to the bullseye than hers. She's like, whew, my. You're quite handy with that fancy swirly bow, aren't you?
I suppose.
Well,
When I need to be.
a gal's only as good as her word. And she pulls a coin pouch out and shuffles out 10 gold coins and lays them in your palm.
Well, it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Anytime you want to shoot some arrows, come find me.
All right. I'm gonna go find my friends though.
Okay.
Take care.
Yeah, absolutely. You walk away and she turns and kind of shakes her head like, call me, please. Come on, what are you doing? Jeez. Swing and a miss. And yeah, so that's fun. Meanwhile, so who wants? Is there anything in particular that anyone wants to do?
Yeah, I would like to go to one of those beer drinking contests.
Yeah. Is anybody going to accompany Rizwan on this activity?
Well, for all done the pieing contest, I'll go and watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go cheer her on.
Sure enough. So you see this very kind of stout, barrel-chested sort of halfling who's got this keg that's about as tall as he is. And just a raggedy-looking little fellow. And he's got a big old horn, and he's kind of already swaying. And he's like, hey, I'm Bubbles the Brewer. Anyone care to see if you can drink down faster than me?
And what do I get when I win?
No, it depends on what you wager.
What did you wager earlier, Bark? What's the standard here?
I feel I went a little high.
You always go a little high.
10.
Anybody have any input here on? I don't usually wager. That's against my my rules of conduct. So
A couple
What?
gold?
I don't know. Ask him what he would wager.
and you, good sir, what would you wager?
If I was wagering against me, nothing, because I drink real fast.
All right. Take his cup. Take his keg.
I like
That's no,
I like
don't threaten to rob me.
I like the horn. He's drinking out of a horn, right? That's what you said.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if you want to bet something worth this horn,
I don't know what's a horn worth.
Depends on the horn.
we'll say for the argument of this, 5 gold pieces. It's a nice horn.
I'll put that down.
Okay. So he hands you a goblet. He shows you that they hold the same amount of fluid to know that there's no cheating afoot. And all right, so we're just gonna go ahead and gobble this down. And first one to have an empty cup and turn it upside down, no dripping. I have an echo. Who am I echoing with? No, my echo seems to be gone. Okay. First one to completely clear it is the winner. And one to get ready to drink up. So for this, I'm going to have you roll a Constitution saving throw to see who gobbles it down the fastest.
Did that roll?
Go back to your roll 20. I see it.
Is that, yeah, I'm seeing it here. 6.
It,
Yep.
Okay.
That includes your +2.
okay. Then yes, I
Okay.
can actually see a roll.
What?
Like it's got an 18 on it. So I assume it
Right
was,
here.
so it didn't actually like throw a dice.
No.
No, it popped up on roll 20 though. So you guys both get to drinking, but this little halfling fucker is just and then turns the mug upside down and not a single drip before you're finished, and says, "Whoop, sorry about your luck."
Okay, so I'm out 3 gold pieces.
I thought we said
5.
5.
So I'm out 5 gold pieces. Let's do it again.
Yeah, double or nothing.
Okay. And you're sure that that's gonna roll?
Pours you another round.
14.
I don't see it. So
But
Where's the
I
roll?
I know, but it's not showing. It was
I
showing
see
it
it.
rolled before. Like
I
it's
know.
showing,
I know. It's transferring that roll to roll 20.
but it's not.
no, it is. I can see it.
I know, but I can't see it. So before there was this really cool little like 20-sided dice on the D&D Beyond, and
Right.
it showed me like what it was doing. And now on roll 20, there's no dice. I mean, I know the numbers are there, but there's no dice. That's annoying. They should.
Oh,
Well, this time you get down to the bottom of the cup and you flip it over and you look over and he's oh shit. Okay. He rolled a natural 5. All right. Well, fair's fair. Double or nothing. I
No.
literally
Prize.
can't. What?
No, I'll take my prize. You took my gold.
All right. He hands you your 5 gold and hands you the horn. He's like, enjoy the drinking horn.
Yeah.
And then he wanders around behind the keg and opens up a box and pulls out another drinking horn and closes it. He goes, I have several of these.
Well, it's a good souvenir for the night.
Anybody else looking to get drunk?
uh,
All right, I'll take your silence as a no. And he starts waving at no one in particular, and I don't know, disappears from this campaign. All right, guys. So if no one else has anything in particular that they want to do, it starts to get darker out. At this point, the sun has gone down. Light, all the little torches are starting to be lit, and a very large like pyre gets illuminated. There's this huge bonfire that's just shedding light throughout this thing. And at this point, people are just laughing and like the drinking is starting to come on. And at this point, they start to like scooch the carts out and form a big circle. And they're like, a kind of cracked tooth, sort of craggy looking bald guy steps forward and he says, all right, if anyone's looking to throw some fists here tonight, we're going to get the whole thing set up here. Anyone out there looking to match wits against anyone else, huh?
I can do it.
Ah, you're that big fella that ate a pie without his hands.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, absolutely. Here, and he hands you there's like a sign up sheet sort of deal where you can sign up to fight. Anybody else? Any of your compatriots here want to see how they do with the fisticuffs?
Nah, man, I've seen how Fleur fights. Mm-mm.
What? None of you think you couldn't take your friend here in a wrestling match?
Oh God,
Fuck
heavens no.
no.
Nah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll get some other people on there then. He gets your name on it. It floats like rock. Fuck. All right, if you don't want to use your real name, that's fine. Wanders around getting some names for the brawling tournament, which he calls up now. Eventually they do the whole, all right, guys, we're gonna see who here is the best fighter in town. Let's get this whole thing going. Up first, we have, let's see here, Craig Battle Smasher and Tom. Fucking thing just says Tom. All right, Craig Battle Smasher and Tom. And these two rather large individuals, one, big mop of curly sort of red hair, tall and lanky, and another fella shorter and squatter. They get in the ring, they do the whole taking their shirt off and they square up. And it's clear from watching that this is kind of like it's a fight to be sure, but it's also more like a wrestling it's not just boxing. They're grabbing each other in arm bars and wrapping each other up. And at one eventually, Crag Battle Smasher submits Tom. So Tom, taps and he's out. He goes, all right, up next we have Floats Like Rock and the Iron Gale. Crowd cheers or whatever. Fleur, you step into the ring, and stepping into the ring on the other side is a kind of unassuming woman. She looks. She doesn't look dainty, right? But she just like a human woman who's just kind of like maybe 40. And she looks at you and she's like, hey, you're a big fella, aren't you? Oh. Careful you don't get blown over by Gale, the Iron Gale.
I kind of figured that was, a lot of hot breath coming my direction with a lady's name of Gale.
Oh, well, when your name is Gale, you can use the pun. So, I don't know, get fucked. And they, ding, ding, the bell rings. So for this, what you guys are going to do is roll opposed athletic checks. If you succeed on an athletics check, it's as if you are grappling. Whoever wins the roll kind of gets the other one. You have to win 3 rolls in a row in order to have them be pinned or submit. If you win 2 in a row, your third roll you'll have advantage on because you basically have them in the position you want. You just need to finish it off.
Okay.
So first athletics check coming in here. She rolls an 11.
Okay. And okay, I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you guys lock up. She's stronger than you think she is, but you manage to get her in kind of like a headlock sort of situation and down a little bit. She goes to reach for your side, and we're gonna roll another athletics check here. She rolled a total 16. You rolled a nat 20, you monster.
26.
Yeah. So you she goes to grab at your side, and you just suplex this lady down onto the sand. Make your final check with advantage. She rolled a 10, and
So,
a 9 plus what?
9 and 5, so 14.
Yeah.
Or wait, so 15.
Yeah. So you suplex her onto the sand, flip over, and grab her in an arm bar. She taps. The crowd kind of cheers. They're just okay, the gigantic man. Good job. And you're like, woohoo. So you step back. They're like, all right, well, Floats Like Rock advances on to the semifinal round. Up next, we have Jason, just Jason, versus, let's see here, Brian Gilmead.
Freddy.
Sure. But you guys look, and sure enough, when you hear the name Jason, stepping into the ring is a guy you haven't seen in a while, coming in from his little hometown. Steps forward, the man from Oostengard himself, the big caravan master, Jason. And he pulls his shirt off. He's got a little bit of a gut, but he's got that dad strength, look to him. And this other guy comes in a little bit more wiry, and he looks out in the crowd and sees you guys, and he's like, "Little Bird and friends. Hey, it's good to see you. I'm going to kick this guy's ass."
Yeah, you get her done.
All right. Well, I don't know if I want to win if I have to fight you next, right, big guy? Oh shit! They both rolled 18. Okay, little roll off. Okay, yeah. So they go at it, and Jason manages to get this guy around the back and just kicks out his knees, drops him to the ground, full Nelson until the guy taps. And Jason stands up. Hey, let's do this. Finally, he steps away. Finally, they call the final quarterfinal round, where they bring forward 2 more individuals. There is a fucking mountain of a man, presumably maybe a Goliath, a half giant. This guy is 8.5 feet tall. And he goes up against this dwarven man with a mohawk. They call the big guy the Brick House, and they call the dwarven guy Seamus McIlhenny, and they go at it. This big guy, but what is unexpected is this little guy has such a low center of gravity, and he's so wide that when the Goliath tries to grab him, he just barrels and fully breaks one of the knees snaps, and this guy goes down, and they're like, "Call it! That's the fight. He won. He won." They pull a cleric out of the crowd who mends the guy's knee, and he kind of limps away. All right, going on to the quarterfinals. The first battle will be Floats Like Rock and Battle Smasher. Let's do this. They're going to bring you into the ring, and now you're in there with, once again, the kind of wiry, red-haired fellow. Squares up against you "Oh, big guy, you're going down. Let's do this."
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you roll already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Well,
that's an 8. Yeah, that was a very low roll.
Battle Smasher rolled a nat 20. So he grabs you and like he's wiry, but he's quick. And he manages to get you in kind of like side control and looks like he's gearing up to do the same thing to you that you just did to Iron Gale. So we're going to roll this next check. That time you beat him because he rolled a natural 7. So you managed to square around again, and now you're back on even footing. You managed to escape the grapple. Let's roll again. Yep, you beat him on that one. He rolled a natural 6. So now you've switched over and you got him by an arm, looking to put him down to the ground. Keep rolling. Oh fuck. Oh shit. He also rolled a natural 3. What's your modifier?
Mine's a 6.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you beat him. So now you managed to like flip the arm and put his face down in the sand, and you're trying to flip over so his arm will be pulled back behind him. Last check, you're going to do so with advantage. And you manage to wrench his arm just to the point that it's about to pull out of the socket, and he starts tapping the sand. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Floats Like Rock moves on to the final. Next, we're going to have Jason versus Sheamus. Jason walks into the ring once more, waving at all of his friends, giving winky eyes over at Moira. And into the ring walks the wild-looking little mohawked dwarf, Sheamus. They're going to roll at each other.
I'm going to throw flowers in as Jason's going in.
Okay. And all right. So Jason and Sheamus are going back and forth in this wrestling match, getting all sorts of sweaty. But eventually Jason manages to kind of get under him and give him the old German suplex over the back of the head. Dude lands, smacks himself on the back of the head and gets knocked out. They call the fight there. Someone comes and, fans him off, pulls him out of there. And they're like, all right, so going into our final round, it's going to be Floats Like Rock versus Jason. All right, let's have at it. Hey, hang on, let me get into his voice again. Little bird. Hey, it's going to be us again. Come on, big guy. Let's see what you got.
Let me give you a big hug first.
Let's do it.
Yeah, all right.
It's good to see you, old friend. Let's do this. All for fun, though. Don't hurt this pretty face, huh?
Oh, yeah. Hey,
All
maybe
right.
mess mine up a little bit. Make it look a little better.
Okay, I'll catch you right here. Give you a nice shiner for the rest of the night, huh? All right, let's do this.
Okay.
All right, let's roll it up. All right.
That's a 12.
Yeah, he rolled an 18. So he manages to grab, like you try to throw a little bit of a kick his way. He manages to grab your leg and is trying to twist to get you to go down to the ground. Let's roll our next athletic check. Oh, fuck.
So, yeah, 24.
Yeah, you can check it. He rolled a nat 20. So he manages to twist his body weight so that you go kind of tripping over him and land on the ground. And he comes in to get you with the coup d'etat and twist your leg. So he's going to roll this last one with advantage.
Okay.
But even with advantage, he only rolled a natural 13 and your athletics outweighs him. So he has you right where he wants you, but you managed to, at the last minute, turn, and now you guys are back on even footing. And he's like, "Whoa, but I almost had you there."
Oh, yeah.
And then he fully tackles you on that one. He rolled a natural 19. Oh man, they're going back and forth on this one. All right. So he's looking to see if he can, at this point, try to get you with a leg sweeping takedown sort of thing. No, that's a natural 2. Once again, you break the tackle. You're back up. Man, this one's going back and forth. Who's going to win? All right, let's do this. All right, yeah, that one beats him. Now you have him in side control, getting ready to suplex him back. Let's see what we got.
Ooh, 19.
Oh. Nat 1. He is fully flat-footed, hits the ground. You have him right where you want him. Let's see if you can get him for the pin.
Ooh. Oh.
Nat 2. Shit. All right, so sometimes the dice have a story to tell. After a long wrestling match, you manage to get him right where you want him, face down, and he goes, all right, you got me. Good one.
Good one.
And he tiredly, I haven't had a good fight like that in a while. Well, except for, Port Daro, where I very nearly died.
Good times.
Gets up and is like, oof. Well, second place is still a place. And kind of wipes the sweat off his brow, waves at the rest of you, once again, kind of smiles and waves at Moira, and kind of says like, well, little bird, that is good seeing.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, it kicked me out. I don't know why.
That's
That's
weird.
okay. So, yeah, you guys, you guys have fun there. You have a good time. They approach you, Fleur, after the fight, and they're like, all right, here's your prize for first place. And they hand you a pair of like old timey sort of boxing gloves. They're like clearly like, they're not like big padded boxing gloves, right? But it's almost like wrapping. It's almost like wrapping for your fist. You know what I mean? They hand you a set of those, and they are like almost a purplish sort of color. It's clear that like this denote this as one of the champion of the community, right? Fighting champion. And they also hand you a pouch that has 25 gold pieces in it. Then they hand a smaller pouch that goes to Jason for placing in the finals. So yeah, now I mean you can add it to your inventory if you want. It's nothing special. It's just marks that you're a good wrestler, a good fighter.
Cool.
So yeah,
Cool beans. Well,
anything anyone wants to do?
Erdan, you want to steal anything?
Well, I already have that snake oil salesman stealing from everybody, so I didn't get the opportunity to poison anybody because Fleur literally unhinged his jaw. So that was fruitless. It's too crowded here. I really like to just make not tonight. I wish there was there some gambling going on?
I had a small wager.
Well, that
Like
might
dice
be
tables
interesting.
or games?
Yeah, there's absolutely people rolling some dice and playing some cards and all that type of thing.
Oh, I think I could roll some dice. See if my luck could be on my side.
Sure. As you walk around, you see that there's a table where there's some people that are playing a game whereby they put some dice in a cup and they roll them and kind of put them on the table. And they seem to be like making a wager based on how many dice are on the table altogether. Are you familiar with the game Liar's Dice?
I'm not.
Okay. Basically, the way it works is everyone has 2d6. They roll them in a little cup, and then you clack them down on the table, and you make a bet on how many of a particular number is on the table. But you can only see what you roll. And if you're right, you win a wager. If someone calls you out as being a liar and you're incorrect, then you lose your wager.
Can I also join this game?
Sure.
Erdan's gonna be horrible. And he already knows this, but he'll bet a little bit.
Yeah, so this is literally a game of skill or literally a game of chance, as opposed to most things in D&D, which you have modifiers to add to and all that shit. So what you guys are gonna do, and if you want to do this the real fun way, we can actually do it in secret. Roll 2d6, but don't tell me what you rolled.
Oh, okay. Then let me go get some real dice.
That means you have to whisper it.
Can you grab me 1d6, please?
Hey guys, Gander's getting a major headache, so she's gonna take Windsor and go back to the pub and lay down.
Oh,
Okay.
And above the table, I have an actual headache and I need to go to bed
oh,
because I'm getting nauseous. I'm sorry, guys. If I don't go to bed, it's gonna turn into a migraine and I'll be useless tomorrow.
that's okay. Please feel better.
That's okay.
Thanks.
If you need anything, just let us know.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Meds, let me know.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, Chris.
Or did you just roll -1?
I was just playing around with the options in Roll20 and I used fudge and it did that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was just looking at the fudge roll. What is that?
Here's a fudge 2.
What is that?
Is that literally to cheat? Like when you fudge your rolls?
I think it's just a Boolean, like it's a 1 or a -1.
I got a bunch of zeros.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be.
That's weird.
You wouldn't want to tell the table if you were fudging your rolls. I mean, that's the whole point of fudging.
I think there are such things as like fudge dice in a certain game.
So
Yeah.
3 possible values on those. That's fun.
Is it like a fate system dice?
No.
Weird. Okay, anyway, sorry.
All right, so you guys come up to the table. There's a guy there with some dice. He explains the rules of the game. He goes, all right, so the wager on the table, buy-in is a gold, but you can bet up to 5 if you think you are correct. And I will counter with what I think, and everyone will bet what they think, and then, that'll be what it ends up being. So you roll you roll your dice, you look at what you have, and then you can say like, I bet that there are 3 6s, right? Or I bet that there are no 1s, right? Whatever your wager is on betting as how many of the dice are present. So there are 3 of you currently playing.
I bet that there are 2 1s.
All right. What about you?
I bet there's 1 5.
And I bet. Oh, are you betting the 5 on that?
What?
But are you guys betting 5 gold that you're
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do we have to match?
I think so. If you want to like stay in for the round, like poker.
Then I guess yes.
Okay. He goes, all right. I bet that there's 3 6s. And he slides 5 gold pieces into the table as well. Now everyone shows what they rolled. So you can just tell me, you don't need to.
I'll literally show you.
I can't do that.
Is it 2 1s?
2 1s.
Okay, Snake Eyes.
I got a 6 and a 3.
a 6, and a 3. I rolled a 4 and a 6.
Damn it.
So both my wager and your wager were incorrect. But Erdan, you said 2 1s straight up, right?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you win the pot.
Woohoo!
So he slides over his 5. If you want to go again, I mean, we can.
I don't really want to. I didn't like that.
I'll go one more time.
All right. Just you and me then. All right.
I bet that there are 2 3s.
I bet that there are no 3s. He slides 5 gold at the table, eyeing you up,
All right, 5
thinking
gold.
thinking you might be a liar.
All right, 5 gold will be, I'll ante up 5 gold as well.
All right. He rolled a 4 and a 5.
It was a 3 and a 4.
Ah, you liar. And he swipes your gold. Oh, wait, but he also bet and wrong. Okay, so neither of you lose money on that.
All right, well, I think my luck has run out for the evening, and I'm going to sleight of hand gold back into Moira's pocket.
From the gambler?
Yeah, from the gambler.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check.
All right, let's see.
Oh.
Oh. I don't know why it rolled twice at 15, I guess.
Oh yeah, he didn't see that.
Okay. Did Moira see it?
I guess I get perception.
Yeah.
Yes, I
You
saw
saw it.
Yeah.
I just wink.
You hear a voice behind you that says, well, I suppose that's one way to play the game. And an elven man with kind of like silvery hair steps past you and says, my good man, might I? The man says, absolutely, come on down, let's see what you got. And the elven man looks back at the both of you, and his eye lingers on Moira for a second before looking back forward and rolling up dice. And the guy's like, I wager that there are 2 1s. And he goes, I wager that there's no 1s. And the guy is like, like grinning and looks at his cup and then looks really confused because he could have sworn that he had rolled 2 1s, but then he's looking down and he has a 3 and a 5. And the man sitting in front of him is like, oh, and shows his cup, and he doesn't have any 1s either. And he's like, I suppose I win then, eh? And swipes the coins away from him. But he does slide, like he jangles them in his hand for a second and he slides 1 coin back. Moira, give me a perception check.
Yeah. What just happened? Oh, okay, there it is. Okay.
It was a crit.
No, my thing went crazy. Like the whole
Yeah, but
screen
you
went weird.
You rolled a 20.
Cool.
So the coin that he slides back has that kind of like mischievous face of the token of the gambler that you have in your bag right now. Also, with that perception check, I'll give you, guy looks a little familiar.
I sit down. Another round.
Certainly.
Oh shit.
And he grabs his dice and he's like, my good man, do you mind if me and this person just do the two of us for a minute? The guy's like, yeah, I kind of confused as to what just happened. I'm gonna take a walk. And he stands up. He's like, don't take my dice. And wanders away for a minute. And this elven man, kind of nicely dressed, wearing a coat because, it's cold out, turns and his eyes on you. And he's like, so, what would you like to wager?
5 gold.
5 gold, certainly. He puts down 5 gold and rolls his dice. So, what do you think?
I think there are 2 6s.
I think that there very well may be 2 6s. I also think that there might be 1 3.
An
Let's
interesting
see.
thought. Okay. I have a 6 and a 1.
I have a 6 and a 3. Look at that. I suppose you beat me this round. And slides the coins over to you.
Do I mean, like, I can see that, I'm an insight check. Did he change them?
He didn't.
I didn't catch your name.
I've been known by a few names. Well, some people call me Syl.
Ah,
Other people, if you'd like to know a secret,
always.
he glances around to make sure nobody's listening in on the conversation. Is anyone listening on the conversation, Erdan?
Of course I am.
Okay. This person, roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Stealth. That's 20.
Okay. This man, his eyes dart away for just a second. And all of a sudden, Erdan, you can't hear anything. Like all of a sudden it's like that rushing blood in your ear sort of sound. You know what I mean?
Oh no, my ears!
Other than that, like you're like the noise of people playing music and having a party just kind of drifts away. He's like, sorry, dear. I didn't exactly want anyone listening in this particular portion. Because I would only want this to be for your ears.
Understandable.
Some people call me the gambler.
I lay my coin on the table.
He looks down at it and he looks back up at you and the coin winks.
Have you been looking for me?
I have been that's a way to put it. To be honest, I suppose I'm a bit embarrassed. I didn't know how to introduce myself.
Well, I think we've met before.
Well, I suppose we have, haven't we?
So you are. Do I
Well,
recognize him?
I mean, you were a kid.
Oh,
You were a kid, but yeah. I mean, it's hard for someone to forget a face like that. And elves are rather timeless.
hi, Dad.
Hello, Moira. And that's what we're going to call the session for tonight.
Hi, Dad.
I honestly didn't think you were going to bring him into this.
Well, I mean, I had to at some point, right?
I felt like I gave you too many plot points, and so we were just going to pick like one or two.
Moira is a wild magic sorcerer who has no idea where her powers come from.
I love this. Oh my God. I got so excited. I was like, I couldn't believe you were doing it. That's awesome.
Why wouldn't her father literally be a god of chance?
I've known about this for a little while. Just
Oh,
glad that I kept it secret.
this is so cool.
So yeah, I mean, to show my hand, that's why I wanted to check with you earlier when I had said, you know, hey, I have some ideas about your character's backstory, but do you want me to talk to you about them now? I don't want to make any choices for your character.
No, I loved it. It's great. Because, I mean, she doesn't know anything about him. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing with Greg and Fleur's backstory beyond him waking up in the ocean. He's told me, like, no, he isn't quite sure what happened before then. So I can kind of fill in the blanks.
Yeah, fill in the blank. Surprise me. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, gang. Well, we are going to call it there for tonight and pick up at our next session the conversation between Moira and it's still Darren the Silver, correct?
I honestly did not think you were going to. I just realized at the beginning of the session, I'm like, why did he ask about my hair? Is it because of I can't remember his name. I think it's still Darren.
Yeah, that's why I thought so too. But I didn't want to mispronounce it in the moment, to be honest.
It's Sylvan or Sildarin or something. What just happened to my computer? I just lost
I thought it
everything.
was either Sildarin or Sildrain, but I didn't think you'd call him Sildrain.
Yeah, I think I was just. Yeah, let's call him Sildarin. Let's go with that.
You're a little too befuddled right now.
Well, I haven't thought about him since last January.
That's fair. Yeah, I've been holding on to that particular piece of Moira's information in the back of my head for quite some time now. A reason.
Amazing. I love it. It's perfect. So cool.
I mean, obviously, I've been having it in the back of my mind for a while. You picked up that coin at the last festival you guys were at. What was that, like 8 months ago or whatever?
Yeah, I
So,
actually
yeah.
did name him Sildrain, but I'm gonna change it to Sildarin because that's stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make it sound like
No, you're right. I literally changed his name like 6 times in her backstory. So we'll go with Sildarin because that sounds cooler.
Fair enough. So yeah, Rambler and a Gambler. So, folks, that is where we're going to call the session for tonight. For our next session, I am supposed to be the worship associate on the the 24th with Chris. So because she's doing the service and I'm doing the worship associate, I think it'd be best if we're not gaming the night before, just because these can sometimes go long. This particular session is kind of a more chill one, but there's some bigger stuff coming up in the story. So it's possible that the next session will be a bit longer. Would you guys rather do like next week or wait out an extra week? I can't hear you, Candace.
Is it because Steve's muted?
I think it might be because Steve's muted.
Sorry about that.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Steve because I was telling him what our calendar looked like. So hang on.
Oh, okay. So any thoughts from anyone as to when we get together again?
I'd be down for next weekend, but
Yeah, it looks okay for me.
Okay. Everyone else on board with that? Yes.
What?
We were talking about when to schedule our next session because in 2 weeks, Chris is going to be doing the service and I'm going to be WA. So gaming the night before would probably be a bad idea. So I think the consensus is that we want to actually make up for the week that we missed by doing next week.
Okay.
We're available.
So are we?
Okay.
Yay.
Well, then we'll game in another week.
Cool beans.
All right, gang.
Yep.
Everyone have a good night. Glad to see everyone, and we'll catch up with you later.
Cool.
Later.
thank you.